Storytelling is very, very, very important, and it's very helpful for making the client comfortable with you, making yourself comfortable because you're going off a real life experience. In most cases, when you tell a story, it's something that's going to help add underline or emphasis to your PEC because it's a real life and real live example of what happened to another person. So that's kind of why you want to tell a story, because it's going to add emphasis to your PEC, make it come home. The basic bottom line for your storytelling to your client is your client should be thinking, hey, that could have been me. That person, that story could have been me. So that's the reason why you want to use a story. Now, how many stories to use? I would emphasize, or I would encourage to use 1 or 2 at most. You don't want to overdo it. You want to stick with your system. You want to stick with your PEC and stick to the script of the PEC, but at a right time, usually in your script save, sometimes in your closing with your insurance conversation, you want to tell a story to drive home a point. In terms of what kind of story to use, it just depends. The script save, you have a whole bunch of examples, medication situations, someone who had a hard time getting a pill or whatever, and the script save came to help that person. It was a discount. That's a good story to emphasize the importance of the medication part of the script save. In an insurance conversation, it could be a situation where the person wants to wait, for example, to get insurance. They have something that really is not working for them the right way by way of your recommendation, for example, for having a term and recommending a whole, or they want to talk to their children, or they want to think about it, the common classic examples. And it's very helpful to add a story to that part. For example, here's a story for you that I've used. So, hey, Mr. Jones, you say you have this term program and you want to wait, you want to think about it. You know, it's very cheap right now to pay for this term policy, but you do understand that after 5 years, it's going to go up in price and ultimately be more expensive in the long run, but you've had it for a while, you're very comfortable with it, you want to wait. Okay, that's fine. Let me tell you a story. I had a client not that long ago, his name is Mr. Jackson, and he had an AARP policy, and it was term, and I explained to him how it's really not the best for him long term. He knows 2 things right now, his health and his age. Take those 2 things and lock in a permanent price, and you won't have to worry about life insurance ever again. And he said, you know what? I'll do it. And he did it. And I went to deliver the policy to him about 3 weeks later, and I was looking for him, knock on his door. His wife came to the door. Hey, Mr. Jackson's not here. He's not here. Where is he? He's in the hospital. He's in the hospital? Oh, what hospital is he in? Oh, okay, so-and-so hospital. I went to the hospital, found Mr. Jackson there in the bed, had tubes all out of his mouth and in his body. And I said, Mr. Jackson, this is your insurance man, Michael. What's going on? I had a heart attack. A week after you got me that policy, I had a heart attack. And wow, and he had tears in his eyes, and it was kind of dramatic, but he felt the impact, because had he waited that 1 extra week after, when I talked to him about insurance, had he waited that 1 extra week, he would have had that heart attack and his price would have skyrocketed and he would have been in a waiting period. We don't know what could happen after the time that I leave you as an insurance person. We don't know. We know 2 things right now, our health and our age. Let's lock the program in right now, Mr. Jones. That's what happened to Mr. Jackson. And had he waited, his program would have not have been there for him. So relaying it back to you, sir or ma'am, get this policy right now. So that's an example of a story to bring home the emphasis of you can't wait for life insurance. You got to do it right now. And a story underlines that, makes it more powerful. The power of storytelling. And that's my tip.